life, I see your mess. I'ma still grind till I get success. I'm working, I just wanna work. I'm earning all the things that I deserve. So why you trying to act cool? I don't even need you. You can make me lose my breath. I'm focused, too focused. Attention on the road ahead. I'm sorry, boy, but you can't flatter me. I'm looking for that loyalty. No, games have never been my thing. That's just some immaturity. Don't waste my time while I'm shining. No boys allowed, be the real man, please. You can't flatter me. You can't flatter me. I'm measured in best version of myself. Add value, creativity. That's the mark I wanna leave. Don't mean to be intimidating, but I can't help it. I don't mind the waiting, and I'm gonna wait till I find what I waited for. A real man, now let fate open up that door. Open up that door. I'm sorry, boy, but you can't flatter me.
The Big Play Reflog Show is brought to you by Shacknews.com. Shacknews is the place to be for all your gaming needs, with news, guides, walkthroughs, and reviews like this week's featured article, a review of the brand new Nintendo Switch game, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And remember, you can use Shack News Cortex to join in on the conversations, like this week's Shack Chat, where the staff discusses their favorite all-time Kirby games. If you're a gamer, Shack News is the site for you. Check them out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at the handle @CheckNews and at checknews.com.
It's time! Streaming live from Cleveland, Ohio! Presenting the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight podcast of the world, the Big Play Reflog Show!
Okay, do you need medical attention? Yeah. What is wrong?
I don't know. I know damn now. Attack by Chuck. To the 10. He's still running to the 5. Dips up to the 50. Touchdown. Release one. Away. Back to Joe. Here it is. You're doing those baseball.
It's time! The Big Play Reflog Show!
Welcome to the Big Play Reflog Show. What is going on, everybody? I am your host, Big Play Dave, alongside Chris McNeil and Nick Padone. Gentlemen, how are you? Chris, what's going on?
Hey, I got the show out there pretty quick tonight, Dave. I'm feeling
Really
pretty
proud of
good
you.
about that. Yeah, how about that? Figuring out technology right off the bat.
Was it that bottom right-hand corner?
It was, Nick.
Nice.
That was a key. That
Look
was
at
the
that.
advice you
Our
gave me.
tech savant, Nick Padone.
Look at that. Nick
Once
from
again, the younger generation just guiding
Hey.
us older fellas on how to do this stuff.
Got you guys. What's going on, man?
Nothing. We have no injuries on the show, unlike the Cavs. We're doing okay. Rough week for our Cavaliers. But hey, we got a good
got
show.
to see it firsthand too, Dave. We had a little
We
big
did.
play outing. You, myself, Nick, Gab, all up there in the suite, front row seat to see our Cavs unfortunately lose to the Bulls. But we came back.
Wasn't the greatest game.
No.
First quarter, but then Gab started dancing. Chris, you sent out the
The
video.
Macarena. That
thought that was-
Macarena brought us back for a little bit, Dave. Did it not?
Ooh, yes, it did. That was hilarious.
How about that Laurie Markkinen first basket?
Oh, yeah, can
We
we
do need
talk
to
about
talk
that
about
for a
that.
second? So
Yeah.
we pulled up the BetJack app, the free to play. I don't know if we were allowed to talk about it yet, but that's okay. And so you can bet prop bets and you can bet who's going to score first. We put in for Lori. Nick, what
Hey,
happened?
I guided you to that. I don't know who you guys were thinking, like Garland or somebody else. I'm like, go Markkinen. He always scores early.
So we're sitting there eating our food, hot dog, popcorn, chips, things are going on. Chris is pounding the table for Lauri Markkinen. So we do it.
Yeah.
Bet a couple fake tokens on Lauri Markkinen first basket. Wouldn't you know it? First play of the game, Markkinen down the lane, wide open layup. Layup goes. Foul on the play, not on Markkinen, and
Ghost
Okoro.
foul.
Yeah. Okoro shoots free throws. He missed the first free throw.
Yeah,
and
they
then
took
made
away
the
the
second
Markkinen
one.
hoop. They took away the Markkinen hoop. And they let
You know what?
Okoro-
It's okay though, because a year from now we will be making so much money on our sports bets. It'll be fantastic.
off Markkinen first.
Solely
Easy money,
Markkinen.
Dave. Easy
going
money. Markkinen first baskets.
I mean,
Fine,
it was
we have to get
a
started.
heartbreak. People were looking at us like we were nuts.
Oh,
Yeah, we were going nuts.
Yes,
The
we
first
were.
basket of the game. Everybody's still finding their seats, and we're
Gonna
going
get
nuts.
kicked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. It was fun. Tonight on the show, we're kicking it off with our Big Play Power Rank. Then on to our featured interview with Guardians starting pitcher Zach Plesac, rejoining the show, friend of the show. After that, we'll get into Cavs trivia with Who Wants to Be a Beerionaire, hopefully giving away some Labatt Blues, a GV Archer. And then it's on to Cleveland headlines, brought to you by TSE Cleveland, wrapping up with the best and worst tweets of the week. Let's kick it off with some Power Rank Monday.
It's time for Power Rank Monday.
All right, so you're not Nick. Whoop. There we go.
There we go.
If you live under a rock, Will Smith went viral last night after slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. That was so we're gonna power rank celebrities that we would most like to slap. Nick,
Love
I feel
it.
like you're the most ready to roll on this one.
I mean, mine, we do this segment in different themes all the time. Like every time Jake Paul fights, we do a celebrity we want to box or Cleveland celebrities we want to see in a boxing. Mine is evergreen. Mark J. Weather.
Everyone's like, who?
What is the hate? Tell us the backstory again.
Yes, give
'cause
the
I don't
Mark
remember.
Johnson, Cleveland weatherman. I was in high school. He was tweeting some bad Cavs takes. This is like 2015, 2014 Cavs. I tweeted at him, Mark, why don't you stick to the weather? He took offense to that.
Ooh.
He
Shut
took
up shut up and weather.
yeah, I told him shut up and weather. He took great offense to that actually. And yeah,
What did he say to you?
we just exchanged pleasant. So my bio at the time was Nordonia Jr. Even though I was going into my senior year, I was never been a big bio guy. And then he says, "So what's your take, Nordonia Jr.?" And I said, "Come on, Mark. I'm a senior now. You know, I nudge him back, play friendly with him." And he said, "Yes, with a junior mentality." Ooh, struck a nerve. Struck a nerve with the young 17-year-old Nick. So I tweeted back at him and said, I said, Mark, you're almost Fox 8 material.
Wow.
I feel like he won that battle.
You
Should
what?
have gone with shut up and Doppler.
Yeah, I
That would have been one. Shut up and Doppler. That's
Nick,
what
I
you
feel like you took the L there. I think you need a win here.
need.
Yeah, I know. So that's what I'm saying. If
You're
there
gonna
was
slap
ever,
a local weatherman.
Local
if you could choose
weatherman,
any
yes.
celebrity anywhere in the universe, you're slapping a local weatherman.
yeah, I'd say so. I don't have many bones to pick. I'm a easy get along with guy. I'd say.
Mhm.
I don't have many celebrity gripes going on. I mean,
I don't either.
Colin Cowherd kind of won his battle on all of us, and other than that,
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I would go with the YouTuber Preston Plays. You guys probably don't know who that is, but he is
you've talked
the
about him before. Too.
most annoying person ever. and he's this. I think he's like 30. I think he probably has like kids, but he dresses like he's 12 and like pretends to be like one of these little kids on YouTube and just plays Minecraft and screams into his microphone like, "Oh my God!" How annoying is that, Chris?
He's 27.
Very annoying.
Yes,
Very
27.
annoying. I'll agree with you there.
yes. So Preston on YouTube gets my slap.
Okay.
do you
James
got?
Harden. James Harden. Come on. We've talked about him many times on the show. I mean, Mr. Y Ball, Mr. YMCA, James Harden. I mean, every single, just BS thing you could see on the basketball court, that guy does. And so he
Yep.
earns my slap by far. I mean, either that or you go Kelly Olynyk. I mean, he's got to be up there, right, guys? We haven't forgotten about that, what he did to Kevin Love.
He's
Pull
he's
down.
definitely up there.
You know,
mean,
one that's
we
one
could do
that's
an
been
all-NBA.
irking me a
I mean, I'm
lot.
petty
Yeah,
as
we
hell,
could
so
do
I'll
it.
go all the way back. You want to go John Elway? I'll go John Elway. I'll slap him right across his horse teeth. Come on.
You're not knocking
Bring
those
it, John
suckers out.
Elway. Huh?
You're not knocking those suckers out.
No, that might hurt my hand, man.
Yeah, those
That's
are
a
those
lot
are
of
large
enamel right
teeth.
there. Hand to enamel. I think I'm losing that one.
How about Jared on Facebook says that he would slap brown spaces on Twitter? That's a great Facebook
collective.
comment.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
just one big slap to the couple hundred people that's sitting there every night and just
long.
pound the same mute points over and over and over again.
How about this
God
one?
bless him.
Slap
Hmm.
Steph Curry and get that mouth guard just flying across the room. That
Yeah?
would be fun. That would be worth it. Just a big old slap.
Chris, you got a lot of
So-
NBA guys. You know, the NBA guy that's been irking me a little bit, and
Who's that?
leave the off the court, whatever. The Kyrie.
You
Kyrie's
slap
been
Kyrie,
getting
he
on
hit
my-
the biggest shot in Cleveland history.
He has, and I was
Yep.
never an anti-Kyrie guy, but
You sure
man,
sounded like it now.
I am because I
Wow.
watch these Nets games, and him and KD together are so magical. And like you said, Chris, he hit the biggest shot in franchise history, and I
Yeah.
can't stop myself but thinking every Nets game, like, man, had that guy not broken up the band, who knows? We could have had the dynasty in Cleveland, and that bugs me. That eats at me a little bit. Because he's been on an absolute tear.
A lot of NBA players. Any NFL players.
Well,
Mason
I-
Rudolph. He needs to get smacked
Mason-
again.
There you go. Mason
Third
Rudolph.
stringer for the Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I can't think of any more.
I mean Ben Roethlisberger, but he's retired, so
Yeah.
Lamar.
let him live. Lamar, you'd
Lamar.
hurt him, injure him.
Nick's just trying to stir up things with his Ravens friends.
No, those people are bored.
I mean, I'd love to hate him, but you can't hate Joe Burrow, really. So I'm not going to slap Joe Burrow.
And he's got veneers, so them boys are porcelain.
Yeah,
You're not
I'm not
knocking
gonna
those.
Not
out
going
of
to
his
touch
mouth.
Joe Burrow. He's an Ohio guy. I know, playing for the enemy, but
I think NFL, man, mine would be Lamar Jackson. He tries to play that lovable guy, but really he's a little cocky, and I feel like he's probably a dick behind the scenes.
how about this one? How about Jim Harbaugh? I just want to see what his
That's-
reaction would be.
Yeah.
Because who knows
yes,
what the
man.
hell he's going to do? You talk about the ultimate wild card. I mean, I had no idea what
he would just take his glass of warm milk and throw it in your face and then just
Oh.
attack you.
Who knows, man?
Or just hiss at you.
Yeah.
He'd be crazy. Or maybe like a Bill Belichick. See if you can get him off his
No.
game.
He's a little old to slap.
Yeah.
I mean,
At least
that's
Mark J.
elder
Weather.
abuse.
Mark J.
It's
Weather.
really elder abuse. We're gonna get into
How old is your weatherman, Nick?
I don't know, but I feel like if I at least went for him, he better be putting his hands up.
We need to do the big play boxing.
We do. I'm so for that. Even like the three of us in a broadcast booth while Suryat puts
No,
on
you're
some.
you're definitely fighting, Nick. You're
Oh, yeah,
fighting.
you got to
the
fight. You're
weatherman.
the young buck. You're the team.
I mean,
You're
I'm not
going
gonna
for the
fight a
team.
weatherman. with,
I
like-
feel
Yes,
like
you
the
are.
weatherman would knock you out.
Come on.
How
come
embarrassing
on.
would that be?
Let's not get crazy.
You talk all this crap about him.
For
he comes
years.
out and lays you out in the first round.
He's just like, go back to high school, bitch.
Why'd you give him an accent?
Up with this.
I've never heard the guy talk. I don't know what he talks like.
I
Big
don't
old
know. if
front
I
coming
have
in.
either. Yeah. No, that'd be fun. I definitely feel like I don't know. I wouldn't want to go the Jake Paul route of fighting a 50-year-old guy that does the weather. Then again, I'm
Kind of sounded like you did.
no.
not too
I
long.
would like to slap if it was like the setting of last night. I would like to go up there and,
So
and
you want
slap
to
him.
hit him without him coming back at you.
Yeah.
That's
Interesting.
okay.
It's like your Twitter beef with him.
Yeah.
I know.
Taking
I
L's
didn't.
all over the place.
I
over
really
here, Nick.
didn't think he would reply because back then, I was literally just like a high schooler with a Twitter account. Like there were zillions of those, and
Not like you are now, where you're just huge and everybody looks at you and they're like, "That's Nick, man."
There we go. We got Johnny U says, "Get Timmy Van to set it up." That's our boxing buddy. Heck yeah.
yeah, man, we could make that an event.
I really do. I really think so. We'll put our collective heads together and see what we can come
And
up
Foxy boxing. We'll get Sir Yacht boxing.
with. Yeah. There we go. All right. Just have there been any more Cavs injuries since we started the show? Just
No, but the Cavs are up right now, and
Okay.
time is running off the clock. We're up by 8 with just about a
Nice.
minute left. We hit triple digits in this game, gentlemen. We're at 100. And a big
Nice.
dunk there by Markkanen. He came back after the injury, and he is back with a vengeance. So
there we
Cavs
go.
looking good right now at home.
Glad
Heck
to
yeah.
hear that.
All right, so let's sum up this power rank before we move on. So we're going 3 James Harden, 2 Preston, and 1 Mark. Is this
Mark J. Weather. Mark
Why are we
J.
taking
Weather.
out our ire
It's his
on a
Twitter
local
name.
weatherman?
Well, that's not you guys. That's me. So if you want to put
That's all
Preston
you.
yeah. So if you want to put James Harden one, I feel like we all collectively hate James Harden, so he could be one. But really, it's just me against Mark J. Weather.
It's true. I do think John Elway's a little low, but however you guys want to slice and dice this thing.
What about
I-
Draymond Green?
Yes, he's up there for sure. Although he is back playing with the Warriors, and now they stink. So that's
Right.
all right.
Yeah.
We'll give him a pass for that.
Was there ever a time you would have put LeBron James on this list?
Wow.
Yes.
Right after he left the first time?
Yes. In the purple checkered shirt. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like while he's still on the air with Jim Gray. Like,
Right,
Wow.
right when he says, but it's going to a good cause. Like, no.
I think you would have a line of Clevelanders just there to
Oof.
slap him. It would be like that airport. Yeah, remember Airplane? The lady in the seat where they had a line of people just shaking her.
You know,
I guarantee Nick has never seen Airplane.
Yeah, have you
No.
seen Airplane, Nick?
Nope.
Are you aware of Airplane,
Yes.
the movie? Okay, that's
Nice.
good. Can you name what NBA basketball player was in Airplane?
No, but I know there was one. That's all I know. Some NBA player movie.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, that's right. I could have got that.
So there you go.
You know,
Learned
we
something
we
today.
talk about the decision a lot locally. I feel like nationally that doesn't get enough play because that was like a
It
little
was
bit.
so long ago.
It's a long time ago. He won us a
do you want him
championship.
to
Let it
do?
die.
I mean, I love LeBron. I don't want him to pile on LeBron, but it's just that was a bizarre event in sports that happened that he went on national TV, reportedly never told anyone.
Right.
I feel like that doesn't get
Nick,
enough.
you're
run.
from this area. You cover Cleveland sports. We have a bizarre story every other day. We have a quarterback who everybody said, "Oh, the Browns are off this list." I don't even know why they made that. And then all of a sudden, on a Friday afternoon, it's, "Hey, oh, by the way, you guys signed Watson. He changed his mind." What do you mean he changed his mind?
Dude, I went back
That is true.
a few months ago to one of our shows, and I think I was like, 100% Baker Mayfield's our quarterback for the next 10 years.
Bobby Carpenter came on, and Bobby's
Yeah.
like, "No, absolutely not. There is no way Watson ever comes to Cleveland." I mean, he was hard on that, and
Yeah, that
so
was
were
good.
we. So are we. We were all in the same boat. There's no way this is happening. I said how many times Baker Mayfield is inevitable,
Yep.
and I still could be right. By the way, I'm
Oh,
gonna
come on, come on. That
We'll
is
see.
not happening.
All right, it's time to move on. That's enough power rank. It is time for our featured interview of the week. Zach Plesac joining us from Arizona. Let's kick it.
What's up, you guys? Thanks for having me. Can you hear me all right?
There we are. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got you, man. How you doing?
Awesome, man. Thank you guys for having me on.
Are you kidding me? It's 26 degrees here. How's Arizona, man?
It's good. Right now, it's raining outside. I think the next couple of days we're expecting some rain, but it's been super, super nice. In the morning, it's cool, but as the day gets going, it warms up. So by the time it's like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, the sun's out and it's hot. It's like 95. So not looking forward to cold weather, but shoot, it's hot though. I'd take a little bit of cold than overheat, because when I pitch and I start to sweat, I'll go through every jersey we own, and it's a mess, dude. I sweat too much to be playing in the heat. So,
Do you change like during the game?
yeah, no, I go through at least 2 or 3 jerseys a game, no matter what, if I'm starting.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'll do my whole warm up, and throw, and then get ready for that first inning. My whole warm up will be in its own jersey, and then I'll switch, put on a new jersey for the first inning. Probably go, depending on how hot it is, couple innings, maybe 3 innings. If everything's going good, by like the 4th or 5th, I'll throw on another one. Hopefully, last me to the end.
Now, is that superstitious at all, or is that just purely sweat?
No, it's just I just want to feel good, Like I just like feeling light, and I don't like feeling wet, And after an inning where you're grinding and you're sweating, and then you cool down, like the breeze hits you and you start to get cool, and then you kind of get like, it's a different type of cool when you're wet. You know what I mean? I can be dry and loose, but when I'm cold and loose, I start getting, that's when you start getting stiff and you just don't feel as hot,
Zach, how many polos are you going through on the golf course? You got like extra ones in the golf cart there?
No, I actually got my good luck polo. I got like a few of them, but like not that many, probably a handful of polos, but I try to rotate them, and I use them based on how my last playing went in that shirt. So if I've been playing good in the shirt, I'm going to keep it rolling. But if I had a bad round, I'm definitely moving on to a different shirt.
That's funny, man. I saw on Instagram all the cool courses you've been playing. Me and Chris are big golfers. What's the best course you played this offseason?
That's a good question. I think I've played so much golf this offseason.
Dude, I saw you on Waste Management. What is that, 16?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I played that whole – I parred it too.
Nice.
I was trying to figure out what the crowd would be like, if, after I sink the putt. But
just looking up there.
Course I played on would have to be Cascada, up towards Vegas.
Okay.
And that place is different. It's like each hole is its own experience. Like each hole that you're on, you don't see any other hole from the hole that you're on. So it's pretty unique. You can't walk the course because it's like 10 miles long. But
no kidding.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're crazy, but at the same time, that's what makes it so unique, because each hole is its own experience, and you're you have the privacy of your own hole that you're on. It's pretty cool.
That's sweet. Hey, what's the Zach Plesac handicap? What are you rolling with right now?
Honestly, I would say around like somewhere like 12, 14-ish.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say I'll give myself 13, right in the middle.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm sitting at like a 17.
Yeah, you are?
I'm 16, 17. I put in a golf simulator this winter, so it's gone down a little bit. But Chris, what are you at?
Zach, there's no way you want to play with him and give him 4 strokes, though. There's no way. Or the opposite way around, him giving you 4 strokes. You do not want to do that. Don't play him at a 17. He's been playing pretty good every time I play with him. I used to in high school. I used to be a 4 handicap, but these days, I don't know. I'm up there in the double digits myself, and depending upon the day, I could shoot anywhere from a 70 to a 90. It seems.
Exactly. That's the game of golf. That's what makes it so fun, and just being like, I love being outdoors, and I love sunshine, and just when I start sitting inside for too long, I start getting anxious and stuff. I need to start moving around, and that's why I think golf is such a good hobby for me, is because I need to be moving around or I start freaking out.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, all right. Me and Reflog versus you and Bieber on the course. We'll set it up.
Yeah, we'll set it up.
So Zach, last time you were on, we were trying to rename the team. It was we went with the Orcas. Curious, they didn't go with it. I don't know why, but what's your opinion of the Guardians? I'm kind of curious from a non-Clevelander, because we're all kind of aware of the Guardians' background here in Cleveland. What did you guys think of the name?
Yeah, I mean, just going through the whole process, understanding of kind of how it came about, understanding more of the history of the city is cool for me, just because I'm from the Midwest, but I'm not from Cleveland, and it kind of allowed me to dive into the city of Cleveland and the history and the meaning behind, the names. And Guardians was definitely not anywhere on my radar, I think, when I was thinking of team names that we could have. But after realizing the reason why that they changed the name to the Guardians and the statues that are throughout the city on the bridge and the Guardians of the city, and I mean, it definitely serves a great theme. And the jerseys are sweet. It looks great. The logo is pretty cool too. Love the wings on the baseball or on the G. Overall, I think
you really like the wing baseball?
We got some haters of the
Yeah,
wing
yeah. The
baseball.
fans are really split. This is a
Well-
sore subject amongst the fans. They do not like that logo, Zach.
I know. I hear it. Well, the wing part of it's cool. I think the baseball part. I think. I mean, shoot, we could have been a little more creative, maybe with a G or a different kind of logo with a wing. But I think the wing play on the logo is super smart.
They could refine it where it doesn't look like clip art and make it look like really cool, I think.
Yeah. I feel it. Hey,
we're getting there.
Yeah, we're step by step, brick by brick,
That's right. Yeah, the uniforms look sweet, man. Definitely.
And then the renovations coming to the stadium next year are going to be pretty sweet too. I heard new clubhouse renovation all around the stadium. It's going to be a lot of good stuff getting put into the stadium.
Heck yeah. That's great.
Yeah. Zach, on the field, how excited are you? You guys, especially in your room with these starting pitchers. I mean, this is going to be another consecutive year of Cleveland baseball just with dominant pitching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that's really our MO. Cleveland's always been a team that's pitched. We've developed pitching, and it's just cool now because the past couple of years it's kind of been a toss up for who's going to be in the rotation, kind of what we want to do with certain guys, the roles that guys have. And now we kind of all have, we finally have our whole group of guys who have had experience, and now we get to go play a full season together. Last year was my first full season in the show. And with that came a lot of challenges and learning lessons, and just self-identifying. But I think this year is just so exciting because we have our guys, and they all have experience. They all know what they're getting themselves into, and now it's just really going to be important for all of us young cats to really lean on each other, to keep each other pushing each other and continue to be good throughout the season and be great and trend on an upward trend.
Do you ever come after Bieber and say like you're coming for his Cy Young? Like is there competition between you two? Because I know you have the stuff for it,
dude. I know it's tough. Like, and that's what's crazy. Like this. To win those awards and to be in the running for those, things got to fall into place, right? Like you got to be healthy a full year. You gotta shove. Guys got to be making plays behind you. You got to be feeling good. The confidence is through the roof. So everything kind of falls into place for those moments, and that's obviously something I'm striving to do in my career. And I personally believe I have the repertoire to do it. And I think it just comes down to execution and just being smart about pitches. I think a lot of times, even last year, I threw too many pitches in the zone, and that's one of my strengths. I like to get ahead early and maybe get quick outs so I can pitch as long as I can. Each game I pitch, I try to pitch the whole game. That's like my mentality. And some guys try to strike everybody out, and I'll take a strikeout when I can, but I'm attacking. And at the same time, with saying that, I need to, I think, just be more conscious of when I do throw balls in the zone and how much zone I catch when, I'm ahead in the count compared to behind the count and all those good stuff.
Hey, after the lockout, now obviously it's a little bit different. You have less time. Do you think the lockout hurts pitchers or batters more in terms of getting ready?
Oh man, that's a good question. I guess it really just depends, dude.
I figured from your perspective, you say pitchers, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I would say pitchers in the sense of that's like, dude. Okay, how do I explain this? If at the pitcher we're so
to us peons out here, you're gonna have to dumb it down a little bit.
Yeah,
talk to me like I'm 5.
Yes. Yeah, explain it to me like I'm 5.
It's as pitchers we're so meticulous, and everything we do is based on feel, right? If it's feeling good, everything's good. Once you're kind of feeling off, your rhythm's off or your timing's off, things start to go awry. And I just compare it to like hooping. Like I played basketball my whole life, and as soon as say I go to a park and run some pickup, it's like at the end of the day, I know how to play basketball. I'm going to compete and react and play. And I feel like it's the same way as a hitter. You're going to go up there and you're going to see the ball, hit the ball, and it's not as much feel, or it's not as, I guess, routine driven. As pitchers, we got to do what we have to do to prepare ourselves. It's so and I'm not trying to take away from hitters' preparation and the meticulousness. Some guys are super detail oriented, and I just think pitchers kind of thrive when they're on a good routine and they know they're in a good spot, and through the lockout, when we were away from the field, it kind of drove guys away from the routine a little bit, I think. And the timing, we didn't know how much to build up or whether to take a break. So I think pitchers kind of take the longest to find their stride, I guess, if that makes sense.
How about you personally? Where are you at in terms of getting stretched out and get the number of innings up so that you're going to be ready to go for the season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a good spot. I think I just put in all the work in the offseason to feel healthy. The buildup is weird, right? Like they have the innings and then you have pitch count. Yeah. And sometimes you don't reach your pitch count, but you reach the innings, and then you kind of get the reins pulled back on you because, there's too many up downs. So right now, I just pitched into the fourth, my last start. And when the season breaks, I'm hoping they give me like a 75 to 80 pitch threshold, and with those pitches, I can do what I can with, hopefully pitch as long as I can in the games. But I'd say I'm leaving camp. I'm hoping to be at least a 5-inning buildup, and 80 pitches probably.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Well,
Zach, how weird did the lockout get for you guys? Because I know we were starting to panic a little bit. We were stressing a little bit on the show. How weird was that for you guys?
It was weird. I mean, I wouldn't say panic on our end, but there's just uncertainty, and with that uncertainty comes other things, anxieties, overthinking, questioning yourself, I guess, not even yourself, but just like I said before, it takes you out of your routine to feel the confidence that where you are in that moment and what you have and what you're working with. And that takes time to build, and that's why a lot of guys throughout the season, you want to be trending upwards. So by the time it's the end of the year, you've been trending and find your stride in the right times. And so then it's August, September, and you're pitching your best games, and you're going, hopefully playoffs. So it's a continuous climb, I think, throughout the season. And when you're feeling good and everything's on, you try to hold on to that as long as you can. And when things aren't good, you got to find a way to compete and go help your team win. So it's crazy. Last year, I felt like right when I was catching my stride, I break my thumb, and then I break my thumb, and I'm rushing to get back, and I finally catch my stride, and then it's like the season ends, and it's like, that's tough. And, and you go in the off season and just prepare and train and keep that confidence and just carry it over. And so far this spring, it's been really good. I've been throwing all my pitches how I want. I think the last step for me to break into the season is just that fastball command, just locking it in and being able to execute fastball where I want to, whenever I need to, because, it's the most important pitch. It sets up everything. If you can execute a heater down at the knees or brush a guy back and open up the other side of the plate. So it's fun. I mean, I feel healthy. I don't want to speak for everyone else, but I think we're all healthy and just really just like there's a buzz going on right now.
And you guys are close, aren't you? The starting pitching crew. It seems like it.
Yeah, no, it's a good group. Like all of us are all boys, and that's something that I'm not used to yet, either yet, which is another reason why we're so excited. And just since I've been called up, and I can speak for Clev and Bieber, and just breaking into the big leagues, it's super uncomfortable no matter what. And when we came through, it was a bunch of veterans, older guys who were intimidating and already had their groups established of who they chilled with, and they already knew when they showed up to the yard that day what role each person had in their responsibilities. And now it's like, I'm not saying there's no more tiptoe, because we all hold each other accountable, and it's exciting because we do have that close relationship, and I do feel comfortable going up to anyone in the on our staff and asking a question. Everyone.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
All right, you know
Zach,
what also is awesome? Baseball cards. Can you play for a couple of minutes?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yes. All right, Chris, give the background on this for baseball cards.
there's some music.
Teach the people how to play, Chris.
Okay. So, Dave, as we play every week on this show, or as often as we can, baseball cards, this time I've only got one pack. Normally we've got 2 packs, but this is one large pack. So what
Okay.
I'm going to do is I'm going to discard the top card from this pack.
Okay.
And then I'm going to deal out the next 10 cards will be either mine or Zach's. And then
Okay.
the other person will get the next 10 cards. And the best 2 players out of those cards are going to be judged upon by both Nick and Dave. And whoever
Nice.
has the best 2 players will be our winner.
Okay. And
Good.
as always, Julio Franco and Dan Plesac are wild.
They're both wild in this game. That's the way we played it, Zach. Zach, do you want the first 10 cards or do you want to wait and go second?
I'm gonna take the second.
You'll take the second. Okay.
Good call.
I'm opening up this gigantic pack that they sent me from Amazon.
All right, 10 each. Let's go.
Okay, I'm discarding the Stan Musial card. And here's the next 10. Number 1, Jerry Royster.
What era,
from the Yankees.
Chris, what era is this?
This looks to be 1988. Dundas, 1988. Now, Zach, when you play, have you played cards this far back when you've played baseball cards?
There might have been a mix. There's been a mix of it. I don't think it's been strictly that era before, but there was
Okay.
definitely 90s, some 80s guys in there, early 2000s.
So we're going
Not
late
bad.
80s on you. Jerry Royster, Geronimo Baroa, outfielder. Nope. Todd Stottlemyre, pitcher. He was a pretty good
Yeah.
pitcher. All right, that's a winner so far. That's my third. Greg Jeffries, he wasn't bad, infielder for the Mets.
Okay.
That's number 4. George Bell, outfielder for Toronto.
This is rough.
Yep. Joe Price, another pitcher. Whoops. All right. What number card is that? This is not good so far. That's 3. I've got 6 down. Ron Gant. Ron Gant was not
That's a
bad.
good card. Ron Gant's good.
Here's another one. David Cohn, pitcher. I like
There
that
we
one.
go.
Mookie Wilson. Mookie Wilson. He played in the league forever. And let's see. Is that it for me?
That's it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's 9.
All
Next
right.
one, Roger
Last one.
McDowell, pitcher from the Mets. Boy,
Oh.
there were a lot of Mets in here. Mets and Blue Jays. Okay.
That's not bad.
All right. Zach,
Let's
go
go.
with your cards. You've got Manny Lee, infielder, Blue Jays.
Mm.
Gary Templeton, shortstop, Padres.
Wow.
Tim Teufel, second baseman from the Mets. Do you know any of these players so far, Zach?
No.
Okay.
No.
Scott Terry, he's a pitcher. He's a pitcher from the Cardinals. Scott Sanderson, pitcher from the Cubs.
Oh, this is tough.
What is a tough deck? Al Newman, infielder from the Twins. Oh, look at this one. Next card, it's a pitcher by the name of Tom Glavine. You ever heard of that guy?
Oh yeah. Let's
Here we go.
That may be your winner
That'll
right
play.
there. That might be your winner. Let's see. Number of cards you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was number 7. Number 8 is Kevin Hughes. Nothing there. Doug Sisk, another pitcher. And discard that card. David Wells, another
Ooh,
pitcher. That's pretty solid right there.
That's
I would
solid.
imagine you're probably going to go Glavine and Wells on this
Yeah,
one. huh?
I'll take them for sure. 2 lefties.
That's pretty strong. Yeah, going pitchers too. I'm going to go David Cohn and Ron Gant versus your
Nice.
David Wells and Tom Glavine. Gentlemen, who do you have as our winner today? Will it be me or will it be Zach Plesac?
I like Ron Gant a lot, but this is clear Plesac winner right there.
Yeah,
Not even close.
he smoked me. He smoked me. You got a Hall of Famer there.
Yeah.
Zach, we kept you too long, man, but we really appreciate the time. Anything you want to say to Cleveland?
Oh no. Thank you guys again for having me. And to Cleveland, I'm excited to get to Cleveland and start playing and pitching in Progressive and wearing Cleveland Guardians across my chest in front of the fans.
Let's
Beautiful.
go.
Beautiful.
All
All
right,
right.
Zach.
We're excited to
Appreciate
be
it,
there.
man.
All right, y'all. Thank you guys again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Thank you. See you, Zach.
Bye, guys.
Later, man.
All right. Great stuff out of Zach.
You know, he always gets me pumped too. No matter how cynical I am, about our Cleveland Guardians.
Do you
You
know what I
sit
like
there, you
about it?
listen to him, and you say, "Man, oh man, I am excited for this team." That's
He's
great.
He's
That's great.
positive.
He is. He is. I absolutely love that.
But I mean, the stuff that he said had some merit. That they're a close group. That they're all around the same age now. The vets are kind of
It
gone.
reminds me of the Cavs, Nick. You know,
Yeah.
Jared Allen said that earlier in the year. He's
Yeah.
like, we're all the same age. We're all coming up together.
All right, are we about to get in front of this? Are the Guardians fun?
No. Are we gonna have the funometer? Do we have it set up yet?
Yeah, Guardians meter.
You know what wasn't fun was that deck of cards. I do not.
Ooh,
like
that was a tough one. That
I'm
was
gonna
a tough one.
I'm gonna see if there's anybody else. Jay Bell from the Indians.
Yeah. Maybe save them for next.
You know, I was nervous too because
Woo.
Plesac's around my age. So like when we get through some of those rough packs where it's like, who the hell are these people?
He
it
knows
makes
his
for,
stuff though, man. He
yeah,
knew
he does.
lefties. Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, he knows a lot more than you, Nick. Come on.
I know
Let's
he
be
does.
honest here.
We're around the same age. Yeah, he's a professional baseball player. I would hope that he knows a little bit more than me.
You guys want to give away some beer?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to talk some Cavs? Give away
Let's
a
do
GV
both.
art shirt? Let's do it.
Do both.
It is time for Who Wants to Be a Billionaire? All right, you guys know how it works. Each week, one contestant gets their chance to win some Labatt Blue Lights. This week, we bring on Ryan at Ryan_Tremendo. Ryan, welcome
What's
to
up,
Who
guys?
Wants to Be a Billionaire, man. How are you?
Hi, how's it going?
Nice shirt. Heck
Oh yeah,
That's a solid.
I had to
one.
rep the team, since they're one of the sponsors tonight. So there you go.
Oh,
yeah.
my man. That is fantastic. How confident are you in Cavs trivia?
I'm pretty confident. I feel like I know more than the average person, the average sports fan about the Cavs. But I hope I didn't psych myself out because I was on like Basketball Reference earlier today, looking at like old Cavs teams and obscure
Nice.
stuff and things like that. So we'll see. We'll see what we get.
Hopefully you didn't overstudy. Remember that used to be
Exactly.
a thing. If you study too much for tests, you just mess yourself up. So we'll
I
see.
can't remember it.
Right.
That's
That
right.
was it. I kind of shut it down after a while. I was like, my head started to hurt, and I was just like, nah, we'll just go into it.
All right, so for cramming and wearing the GV shirt, obviously you're going to get a hint along the way. Okay, so we got a lot on the line. If you get stuck, you can also phone a friend. Reflog here will call them put them on speakerphone. They have 5 seconds to answer after we read them the question. Are you ready for question number 1?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. All right, question 1. For a 6-pack of Labatt, the Cavs play the Knicks on Saturday. Which current Knicks guard and former MVP signed with the Cavs in 2017, but only played in 16 games before being traded to Minnesota?
Would that be Derrick Rose?
Heck yeah, it was.
Nice. Very
Good start.
nice.
All right.
Right out of the
I
bat. That was a
almost said
long
Isaiah
question.
Thomas for a second. That would have been a bad mistake. So, yeah.
Yeah, back up the Brinks truck, Isaiah Thomas. Nicely done, sir. All right, would you like
Thank
to
you.
move on to question 2 for a 12-pack of Labatt?
Let's do it, please.
Chris, give it to him.
Question number 2 for cash for a 12-pack of Labatt. In the 2018 draft, there were rumors the Cavs had an opportunity to trade up with the Hawks for the 3rd overall pick, but the Cavs declined. Who did the Cavs end up selecting with the 8th overall pick in that draft?
The 2018 draft?
The 2018 draft.
Gosh.
Think it through. You got this one.
Was it Colin Sexton?
Nice.
Boom, winner.
Well done. Well done.
Wow.
Colin Sexton it was.
Basketball
Number 8
reference
in
pays off.
2018.
All righty. Are we playing on for cash for a 24 pack of Labatt?
Let's do it. What do I got to lose? Well, besides 12 beers, I guess.
Let's do it. Question number 3 for cash for a 24 pack of Labatt. The Cavs play the Hawks on Thursday. In 2001, Cleveland received Jim Jackson, Anthony Johnson, and Larry Robinson in a trade with the Atlanta Hawks. Which point guard did the Cavs send to Atlanta in that deal?
2001.
Oh, this is tough.
This is super tough.
I feel like this is a 24 and a GVR question.
Was it Andre Miller?
So think it through, and I'm gonna give you a hint here
Okay.
because you got the GV shirt on. All right, he was the Cavs' first round pick in 1997. He made the all rookie team.
7. Okay. Not sure if this is right. I'm going to say Brevin Knight.
Wow.
Wow.
That's right. All right.
Oh, I did
That's
not-
impressive.
That is the cramming coming in. Basketball
100%.
reference.
That's what it was. I wouldn't have known that otherwise. Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
All right, I feel like after that one, you have to move on. No pressure, but would you like to play on for a case of Labatt Blue Light and a GVR shirt?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you
Right.
still got a lifeline left.
Yeah, got the
So you
lifeline.
want to use it.
All right, question 4. Last time the Cavs made the playoffs without LeBron was 1998.
Okay.
Which Cavalier guard led the NBA and made three-pointers that season?
Cavalier. He led the entire league overall. 3-pointers made.
Led the NBA, yeah, and made three-pointers. 1998.
Was it Steve Kerr?
So is that going to be your final answer? And I will give you one more hint.
Okay.
You might want to use your lifeline.
Yeah. As soon as I said, I was like, no, that wasn't right. Yeah.
Use
Give
it.
him a hint, Dave.
Yeah, another hint? Or do you want to use your
Well,
lifeline?
there's a hint at the bottom we could give him. Did we not?
Well, I would use the lifeline, except I'm doing this on my phone, so I don't know if I can get off of that. and
No,
call
we can
somebody or,
call.
All you have to do is private chat us there, that number, and I will call him from my personal cell phone. So it'll come up as a West Virginia number. Long story, don't ask about it. And they will answer, and we will bring them on the air.
Do you
Gotcha.
think there's someone that would know the answer to this?
Very possibly, yeah.
Okay. Who
Mhm.
who off the top of your head would we be calling here?
I think it would be my buddy Chris. He's I would say a bigger
Mhm.
Cavs fan than me as well. So
Okay. Okay.
I can shoot you his number. Let me. I think I know it off the top of my head. Let me see. I'm typing.
Really?
it in.
I don't know anyone's number.
I was going
I
to say,
know.
this must be a really good friend of yours. to know.
Yeah.
Well, he's literally been my best friend since I was born. It's a long story, but our parents were friends all through high school, and he's known me since I was born. He's about 7 months older than me, and
No kidding.
yeah.
Our
Life
guests
is-
are all
This is
You
a
know?
movie.
If he doesn't know, just own him. You're not friends anymore.
Lifetime friends trying to unite to win a case of beer.
Do you know
Yeah,
music would be
Oh,
great?
he dropped out.
That's
Oh,
all right.
no.
He's probably looking up the number. He'll be back.
We got the number.
Oh, we got the number.
They were friends first.
And
Then
they were enemies.
they were enemies. Then
What
they
a
were friends
fool.
again. Then they went on a stupid show to win a 24-pack and a GVR shirt.
Nice.
And there's his number. We'll bring him on with.
All right.
Yeah,
Ask him straight
yeah.
up.
Oh, no,
See if
he's
we can
back.
get it
There you
before he
go.
gets back on.
We got it done. We got it done.
Oh, okay. That was kind of disappointing.
All right. So we are.
What are the
calling-
chances he answers? First of all,
It's Chris,
some
right?
random number.
Yeah, it is Chris, and it was Did you see what I sent you in the chat?
Yeah, we got
Oh
it.
yeah, we got it.
Okay.
We are dialing now. Is he on Twitter?
He's on Twitter. Yeah, he weirdly doesn't follow me, even though he's my best friend. But I think he just wants to keep like Twitter and real life separate. So I guess I respect that.
Smart
So it's-
man.
oh, it's good.
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, we have Ryan here, and we're doing trivia right now. And Ryan is calling you as his lifeline. He said,
Oh no.
said you guys are lifelong friends, known him since you were a kid, and he said you're a bigger Cavs fan than he is, so you'll know the answer to this.
Oh boy. Okay.
So no pressure, no pressure. He's at the end. This is the final question too.
It's the last question. Yeah.
This
No
is make or
pressure.
break. This is it. Dave, you want to go ahead and read the question?
Sure. All right, Chris, this is the question, and he will win a 24-pack of Labatt and a GV Art shirt. So make sure you claim some of that, at least a couple of the beers. All right, the last
sure.
time the Cavs made the playoffs without LeBron was 1998. Which Cavalier guard led the NBA in made three-pointers that season?
Oh man. Oh man, I'm
And
struggling. with
I'm
that
gonna
one.
give both of you a clue.
There
They
we go.
received him from the Suns in a trade just before the season.
Suns. Ooh, I might know this actually now.
It's going to be tough to come up with this.
This
person.
was page 64 of Basketball Reference today, Ryan.
I might have missed that one. I don't know.
All right,
Was
talk
it,
it through, guys.
Was it Wesley Person?
Ooh, that's a good guess, I think.
It's a good guess.
What? Was it?
We haven't
Final
told
answer?
you yet. Is this going to be your final answer?
Yeah, sure. I think I heard cheering, so I'm gonna go with yes.
premature cheering. You are correct.
We have
You are correct. You have won. You are a billionaire.
All right.
My
In a word,
premature
All right.
applause.
tremendous.
Well done, Chris. Well done, Ryan. Tremendous. Wesley Person.
What?
All right. Thanks,
what
Chris.
an
Thanks,
answer.
buddy.
That was well done.
Out
That
of
was well
nowhere
done.
from 3-point
Thanks,
range.
guys.
Clutch
This
lifeline,
is
too.
a weird call.
I'm glad you picked up. Yeah.
We get that a lot. We get that a lot.
All
Thanks,
right.
Chris.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Yep. We'll see ya.
Well
What
done.
the hell just happened?
Yeah.
You said it shows up as a West Virginia number too?
A West Virginia number. Yeah.
I can't believe
yeah,
he
I'm really
answered.
surprised.
I'm surprised he answered, especially with all these people getting the phone calls about extended life warranties on their cars and stuff.
For sure.
I get a
Political
call like
polls
that
and all
and
that
forget
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
At 9:50 on a Monday, he said, "You know what? I got to take this."
The man's got children too. I'm impressed. Yeah.
Well done, Chris. All right, Ryan, man, congratulations. Taking home a case of Labatt and the GV Art shirt.
Thank you. Thank you guys. It was an honor to be on. I appreciate it.
Well, as
Absolutely.
is tradition, too, anyone who wins, we give you a minute. Give us a quick rundown on the Cleveland Cavaliers right now, what you're seeing. They just won tonight against Orlando, and what you see for the next few games before the playoffs, and maybe what they can do in the playoffs here, Ryan.
Well, I mean, it was I don't want to be a downer. It was definitely an exciting start to the season. They lose Rubio, they lose Garland for a while. Now we have Jared Allen out. And did I just hear D Wade has a season-ending injury
He's
as
done.
well, or something
Yep.
like that? He's
Yeah,
done.
He's done.
So,
Mobley.
they for the playoffs, they definitely need Jared Allen back and to be able to play and be at 100% because they missed that rim protector for sure. I really want them to miss all that play-in stuff because I don't want them to, have the whole season be for naught after losing one or two games in the play-in, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But not to be cliched, if they do make the playoffs and they make like the regular playoffs, they my buddy just texted me on the screen. Sorry. If they do, they could make some noise in the playoffs, I think, depending on who they play, what their seeding is and whatnot. And I mean, I like the way that Bickerstaff has them play. If they play together and everybody is, on the same page, then it'd be really fun to see them go, into the second round, perhaps, if they can get a nice victory in the first round. I don't know who that's going to be. I mean, it's probably going to be somebody pretty tough, but that's why they play the games. Anything can happen, and I think they've got a good shot to do some damage.
Dylan Windler, NBA Finals MVP. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to ride the hot hand. So,
Ryan, greatly appreciate the time, man. Congratulations again, and go Cavs, go Browns.
Go Cavs, go Browns. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, good stuff, Ryan.
Ryan with the win. Good stuff. Always love when we use the lifeline. That's one of my favorite things.
Wesley Person. I can't believe that we've never had an instance where the lifeline doesn't pick up.
Yeah.
Which is so surprising. Like, I get so many
I would not
calls,
pick. Yeah.
I never pick up if I don't know the number, especially a West Virginia number.
No, I'd be like, no way.
Well, yeah, they just know.
It
I think comes up as reflog, and they're like,
no,
oh,
I think Dollar Dog Nick briefs them like, hey, in the event that you don't know an answer, like, we have the lifeline. I think people know at this point.
That would be a good producer. Yeah.
I don't know. They seem kind of surprised always by the whole process, but nonetheless, maybe he does. I don't want to steal his thunder and say he's doing less than what he is.
Let's give him credit
Great
for
producer.
it. Right?
He's a great
we'll
producer.
give him credit.
He's a
great
good job.
producer.
That's right. That's right. All right, let's talk some quick headlines because we've got a lot going on in Cleveland. Cleveland headlines brought to you by TSE Cleveland. Look out for future giveaways for awesome Browns signed gear. Check those out on Twitter. Retweet and follow both us and TSE Cleveland for your chance to win each week. Okay, so we had the Browns presser. Obviously, that's kind of old news, but kind of weird to watch. Did Friday's presser change anything for you guys with this team in this offseason? Or is it kind of what you expected that we were going to see?
It's kind of what I expected. I'll tell you what, I put it out there on Twitter. Did the Browns, quote unquote, win the press conference? That's what we always look for in offseason, is whether we're winning press conferences or we're losing it. And I'm not trying to minimize everything around Deshaun Watson, but I wanted to get everybody's just honest assessment of the press conference and everything that the Browns put on. I kind of thought it was goofy, personally, the way that they put it on, but people voted, and over 60% said the Browns won the press conference, which you consider how cynical Twitter is overall. I consider that a big win for the Browns. I think that probably their message came out the way that they wanted it to. It was received fairly well amongst the fan base. I know that there are people who are in their camps who aren't going to be happy. I understand the reasons for it. But I will tell you that in a poll of, over 10,000 people, 60% said they did a good job. And like I said, for the nature of Twitter, the nature of social media, and just the cynical nature of it overall, to have that kind of a result, that says they're doing the right things with it.
Yeah, and it was kind of a lose-lose, right? I mean, there was you're not walking out of that presser like, oh, yeah, here we go.
You're not pumped up. That's the funny thing. Isn't it weird that you're not pumped up? You got a new player. You got a new quarterback, face of the franchise, the top guy.
And you're not
there's nothing in professional sports more important than a quarterback of an NFL team. And you walk out of that thing and go, okay, well, we didn't really shoot ourselves in the foot. All right, I feel okay about that. It's so weird.
And that just speaks to the weirdness of the whole situation. And like, Chris, to your point there, like at the end of that, like I thought they did an okay job. They stuck around. They answered the questions as much as they could, I think, especially Andrew Berry. But like at the end of it, doing like the jersey lift and smile, I'm just like, this is so weird.
We didn't have to do that in my mind, because this wasn't. I don't know.
I mean, they were always going to do it. It was just the line of questioning. It was deservedly the mood was just like not good, like it was just a very negative vibe in there. And that's because of some of the off the field stuff with Deshaun Watson. If it was, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, we're maybe throwing a parade around the facility, with
Right.
him holding that jersey in a big float. So I don't know. I mean, I agree with everything that's been said. I think you guys hit the nail on the head. It was extremely awkward. There was nothing else that he could have said, but at the same time, they had to do it. They had to get out in front of those questions. They had to take the picture. They had to announce him formally. He's a member of the Cleveland Browns, and we move forward with the rest of the offseason. There's a lot more holes that need filled. There's still a draft. There's still free agents to be signed. We got to move past this and really start just moving on, doing other stuff.
I
Yeah.
hear you on that, but I don't think we are
It's
going
weird,
to.
isn't it?
I think everybody's thinking, okay, now we get the presser out of the way. We could really start focusing on the field. Even when we get into games, I mean, right now, that presser was mostly Cleveland giving the feedback, right? I mean, there's a little bit nationally, but wait until we get into the season. And that's when the national folks get to have kind of their way with this whole
Oh, yeah.
situation, So you kind of get another wave of it. So as much as we say, okay, this is going to put this in the rear view, I don't think it will. I don't think it will. And these allegations and everything else is
Yep.
important enough and serious enough that I don't think it necessarily should, but it's just going to create just weirdness for us in
Yep.
the fandom, to be, not only just trying to go out there and root for a team, but then also have all this stuff in the background going on.
And it's legally
Yeah.
ongoing too, right, Chris? So
Absolutely.
like is this
For
guy
a
gonna
very
be
long time.
Suits.
yeah, like is he gonna be flying back and forth to fight this stuff while the season's trying to be played? I don't
Sounds that
know.
way. It
Yeah.
sounds that way, and depending upon how the courts have a lot of latitude when it comes to this stuff. So the courts can decide what they want. You get a judge, one particular judge who decides he wants to take a stand, you're going to be in trouble, and he could, do whatever he wants to. It's his courtroom. So
And this could take a long time, right? Like this is
22 cases. I mean, unless they're going to be diligently working behind the scenes to try and settle as much as they can, because these are civil suits, but anything can happen. Heck, we saw, what was it, last week? We kind of had,
Not according to Watson, though.
we had a surprise come out, a legal suit, not suit, but
yeah.
another accuser's
suit.
case.
Yeah.
On the legal side, not on the civil side, that we didn't see coming. Now apparently the Browns knew it was coming, and that was also went up in front of a grand jury and came down, and they did not indict him. But how many more of those surprises are we going to have now on the civil side of, like, he has to go give a deposition, there's all these things off the field on top of what you normally go through as an NFL player preparing for week by week. So it's going to be a wild season, gentlemen.
Anybody but
we've had some
six.
very long off seasons. This will be, it already has, but it will continue to be the longest off season I think we've ever experienced.
What if I told you we did a significant upgrade at quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, and it could still potentially be the longest offseason we've ever experienced as Cleveland Browns fans? It's pretty wild.
Multiverse. It's the multiverse, man. It's crazy.
The Muniverse, as we like to call it.
Yes.
The
Another weird thing, I guess more on a positive note, is the move has attracted some wide receivers that have previously left the team.
The Muniverse.
The Muniverse. A lot of reports out there. Jarvis, mutual interest with the Cleveland Browns. I don't know if it was his agent or who it was saying that he wants a legitimate quarterback, or I don't know exactly what the quote was. Nick, do you know what that was?
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff going on with Jarvis. There was something, there's agent wars because he just fired his agent too.
Right.
So you got to be careful with what you read because somebody's doing damage control and somebody's doing some damage. There was also reports that he wanted $20 million a year. Like there's just so much going on. But yeah, there definitely is mutual interest between Jarvis and the Browns. That is real.
And Nick, would you welcome back OBJ? There's been a lot of talk about that as well.
Here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing with OBJ, right? It's a great storyline right now, but it really doesn't make sense for either side. Like we just talked about the Watson thing, and let's be candid, what a headache that has been for the last week and a half. How about you bring in a guy that publicly bashed the organization and that told opposing players, "Hey, don't come to Cleveland." And I get that his gripe was with Baker Mayfield. I think it looks bad for optics. I know they're exchanging pleasantries publicly now, and Kevin Stefanski said that he liked coaching him, he respects him as a person, as a player, yada yada yada. It doesn't make sense. The guy's knee is torn in half again. He's not going to be healthy until God knows when. He's not going to help Jacoby Brissett or whoever the hell starts week 1. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense right now. But if Odell comes back, hell yeah, I'll root for him. It'll be a Brown, and I hope that he brings us the memories that we thought we were going to have with him the first time.
That one Jets game where we had the slant to OBJ. Maybe we could get more of that. Who knows? Yeah, maybe with another quarterback.
We'll just get more 4th down drops.
Chris, what's going to happen with Baker?
He's going to go to Detroit so he can be on Hard Knocks now.
Yes.
I didn't see that. Yeah, Hard Knocks was announced for the Detroit Lions for this upcoming season. How perfect would that be? You know, throw Baker in up there.
Buddy boy, chomp chomp.
Yeah, maybe HBO just decides to pick up his contract from us and be nice because they really want those ratings this year. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I'm not here to figure out contracts and things like that. I just think it'd be fantastic to see him up there in Detroit and be able to watch him on our TVs. How about that?
It'd be must watch. Who would start, Goff or Baker?
Who cares? I want to see my quarterback.
Controversy. It would be fantastic.
Yeah. With Dan Campbell too. Come on, we got to make it happen.
I floated that idea out there on Twitter, of course. I had so many people from Detroit going, no, absolutely not. No, we do not want Baker. Get that evil.
Really? You know what?
Are you guys surprised by this at all? Like how far the mighty have fallen, if you will, where Baker, if we had traded him, a year ago, we would want multiple first-round picks, I think. Now,
it's a bottom line league, and these fans are bottom line. We're close to it.
I understand, but we're talking about
nuance
a
of
trade.
He was injured. Yeah. And we're going to make excuses for him, but everybody else in the league sees the bottom line of what happened to the Cleveland Browns with Baker Mayfield as a quarterback. And you say, well, he was injured. They say, well, why was he in the ball game then? You say, well, because he wanted to be in. Well, okay.
I mean, yeah, that is true, but then, and I'm as down on Baker right now and just frustrated with the whole situation with him and how he's decided to handle really ever since probably the Lions game. Forward has just kind of been a mess for him. But there are probably legitimately 10 to 12 NFL teams that if Baker Mayfield was their starting quarterback, it would be an upgrade from what they have right now. The Pittsburgh Steelers, Baker Mayfield's an upgrade over Mitch Trubisky. The Falcons, come on, Marcus Mariota was running QB draws into the end zone, and they were just forcing the guy into concussion protocol because he couldn't throw the football. Baker would be an upgrade over a lot of teams. So some of this national poop that's out there is just that. Like I don't know. I'm mad at him just like everybody else in Cleveland, and I hate that it didn't work, but we're acting like the guy's Johnny Manziel, and he's not. Like he could very well turn his career around still. Tannehill did, and Tannehill was way worse than Baker.
Dude, talking about the longest offseason ever, I just got a message from Nick Mullins, and I was like, what the heck? And I had texted him. I go, hey, Nick, this is Nick Padone. This is when I was working and amping myself up for him to be our starter when we didn't have a quarterback. And I'm just like, oh, man, I'm just going all in on Nick Mullins. F it. What you can't get any worse. No one can hurt me. And I was like, hey, you want to come on the show sometime? And would you like, we could make a t-shirt for you? And he's like, I appreciate all the support, man. I don't think I'm in the position to be making t-shirts right now.
Oh,
I'm like, oh no.
So like Mullins, that was a DM from months ago, bro.
No, I messaged him. Yeah, like a day before Watson got here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Baker had demanded the trade, and everybody was like, Nick and Case Keenum got dealed. So it was like Nick Mullins, QB1. Let's go.
Heck yeah, I was ready. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it.
I like Nick Mullins. Ride with 4.
So do I, man. So do I.
Or what was his number? I think it was 9. Ride with 9.
I don't know. Ride with. Yeah.
I was impressed there for a second. I was like, how did you know that number right off the top? That's
man, that Raiders game was fun.
Yeah,
he should have come on right after that.
Yeah, I was there.
Still
Yeah.
welcome on anytime.
Yes, I would love to have Nick Mullins on. Nick, you can come on anytime.
Cleveland legend Nick Mullins. Come on.
That's right. Absolutely.
He saved us. Like, we were really probably going to start Jarvis at quarterback, like if it weren't for Nick Mullins. I don't think people remember, because it was in the midst of Baker Wars and Odell had just gotten shipped and everybody had COVID, but that was bad. That was like as bad as it could have been. Mullins saved the
I
day.
agree. Speaking of how bad things can be, opening day, normally a holiday in Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland Scene put this out. More than 4,500 tickets remain for the Guardians home opener, and we are not that far away. That is crazy. I mean, I'm sure you guys have been to opening day. It's insane. It's a sellout every single year.
Yep.
What would you say is the number one reason for this? Chris, I don't know if you agree with me, but I think it's not spending any money. Second lowest payroll in the MLB.
I agree with you. I think that's the number one answer on the board right now. But I will say that it's probably the storm, the perfect storm, if you will, of that, of some of the people who are upset over the name change. And then also people are probably miffed about the lockout, even though it really didn't affect any games here. You know, once again, we're going through a lot. You know, we just came through COVID. There's a war going on. You know, the economy's going in the tank right now. I mean, there's a lot that people are dealing with on the day-to-day. They don't want to hear about billionaires and millionaires fighting. So they had to hear about that and how we couldn't maybe not have baseball this season. And then you have a name change. And then, of course, we're not spending any money. We get a backup catcher and Brian Shaw back. And I don't think that's really going to light the fire under this fan base. So I think all of those factors probably go into it, but ultimately I think it's just not spending money.
Yeah, and it's just like there's
Friday
no
night.
buzz. There's no buzz about the Guardians
They need to
at
get
all.
Plesac out there spinning the same yarns he was doing in here. That gets you pumped
yeah,
up.
man.
but they're
Yeah,
not doing
man.
that.
It's just like the Browns made a blockbuster move, traded 3 first-round picks for a polarizing player. The Cavs have had the most fun season since LeBron left. Like, even though it's starting to glide a little bit, it's been an absolute blast. And then you got the Guardians, and like everything Chris said, they haven't spent a dollar. There's, controversy over the name change, if you want to call it that, or disagreements. There's just no positive buzz, like, at all. You have to Google search, is Tito coming back? Like, there was no celebration that Terry Francona was going to be the manager again.
It
Like,
was weird.
what are we
Back
doing?
in the days of we got uniforms and everything. It's really great.
Did they make the
Major League
red
is
redder?
time.
Maybe that's what they should do. They should
Oh
just take
my
the clip art
God.
baseball and make it brighter.
You can't
No.
even get personalized jerseys right now for the Guardians. I tried to go in there and make myself a Guardians personalized jersey. You cannot do that online.
And aren't they like $300? I saw some tweets.
There's
I-
you can get the non-official game ones for
Yeah,
cheap.
those are the authentic ones. And I guess the authentic ones are in line with what they normally are. I was later told. but
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah. Just angry DMs.
That was Twitter
Right. The
outrage.
optics aren't
Yeah.
great right now, and they get
No,
pointed
no.
out. But
All right, best and worst tweets. All right, let's see what we have here for best and worst tweets. Let's go with best. Nick, what do we got for best?
All righty. Best tweet. We got it up on the screen right here from Spot Track. See, this is exactly what we were talking about, guys. Spot Track, they do all the contracts they put out there. It's going to take the Cleveland Guardians at least 3 years of payroll to match this 5 years, $230 million Deshaun Watson contract. I also did the math that at his current pay rate, Jose Ramirez would need to play like 13 more seasons to get what Deshaun Watson would get.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and
With
they say
no salary cap.
yeah, no salary cap. And they say, because of that, raise your kids to play baseball. That's all you hear. I don't know. I feel like quarterback is a pretty good job to have.
Just make sure they don't play for the Cleveland Guardians.
What a bummer. That's just sad. Like, it's fun. It's cool to poke fun and stuff, but it's just sad.
Yeah, it's not great. Worst tweet, Chris.
worst tweet, Gabe.
Gabe. I think Gabe follows the show. He's
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I don't know where this one comes from. Breaking explosive new video on Browns QB Deshaun Watson revealed by Peggy Galick and Ed Galick. He drove out of town for a massage, took his own towel. Team had no idea. New video and info on Fox 8 News at 5.
That
Oh,
was
goodness.
good, Chris.
That was very good. I think your
Jeez.
voiceover worked possibly here.
Yeah, we gotta watch out. Fox is gonna scoop up Chris right from underneath.
That's right. I'm gonna start reading these. I'm shocked. He brought his own towel, man. That's the damning evidence right there. Boy, oh boy. What is
thought
that?
it was funny
What is that? Who does? Oh, only
most
Fox.
people on Twitter just thought this was like satire. They're like, "Oh, who?"
And
They're
it
like,
wasn't. I had
they're
to
like,
check
"Oh,
to
is
make
it-"
sure that was Gabe. That was his account.
Yeah.
No one had hacked him. It wasn't like Ballsack Sports or something. Gabe at Ballsack. You know?
Good
He took his
Lord.
own towel. Team had no
idea.
No idea.
Could you imagine that? No idea.
Oh, boy. Yeah, and I
Zach
love that.
Plesac goes on Big Play Reflog show. Guardians report no idea he did that. Ugh.
Breaking.
Breaking. Said the clip RG could have been a little bit more cool.
Video at 11.
He played along with us on that one. That was good.
Yeah.
They also tagged the wrong guy. That's the best part of this tweet. Is that
No.
at Ed Galick is
Ed
like
Galick is the
guy.
wrong Ed Galick.
And it comes up to one that says buy this account too. So either they're really
that's
quick
worse.
or they were really playing the long game on that one.
I feel like Ed
Right.
Galick doesn't really care about his Twitter account.
No, I don't think so.
He's too busy. He's too busy following these breaking stories, man. You think he's got time for Twitter?
Putting microphones in people's doorways.
That's
Deshaun
right.
Watson just went into the Walmart. I think he's going toward. Yep. He's going toward the towel section, folks. He's picking up towels. Uh-oh.
As I said, longest offseason.
Offseason ever.
Longest offseason ever.
Deshaun
Nick, get us
Watson
out of here,
picking
man.
up towels. What's the thread count?
What's the thread?
Find out 11. Video.
New cashier surveillance footage
Oh,
from the self checkout that I can't stop staring at while I'm trying to wait for my card reader to go through. Okay, good stuff, guys. Big Play Reflog. What a show. Shout out Zach Plesac for joining us. That was a whole lot of fun. Also, big shout out, as always, Shacknews. Go check them out, shacknews.com. Awesome video game content there. Go drink some Labatt's, wear some GV Art shirts. We will see you guys next week. Make sure to follow at Big Play Reflug on Twitter for your chance to win some signed merch from tsecleveland.com. And we will see you guys next Monday night. Peace.
see ya.
It's time! Streaming live from Cleveland, Ohio! Presenting the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight podcast of the world, the Big Play Reflog Show!
Okay, do you need medical attention?
Yeah.
What is wrong?
I don't know. I know damn nothing. Attacked by Chuck. To the 10. He's the running to the 5. Deep throw to the 50. Touchdown. Release one. Away. Back to goal. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're doing those baseball.
It's time! The Big Play